Alps, from Slovenia to Switzerland, a journey of discovery through the world of the mountains. The Tyrol from above, a journey over jagged peaks. A geographer studies glacial lakes with laser scanners. In Wattens, Lederhosen are celebrating a comeback. And the oldest craftsman's firm in Austria manufactures bells to last forever. Tyrol, the land in the mountains, is Austria's third biggest state. Via the glaciers of the High Tauern, our journey takes us into the depths of the Karwendel range and ends in Innsbruck, the state capital of Tyrol. The Inn Valley is the main axis through Tyrol, branching off are numerous small valleys, all of which are connected by meltwater streams. The village of Angerberg lies slightly off the beaten track. Tourists like to come here to hike, but at 5 in the morning, everything is still quiet. Only one person is out and about this early, Martin Eigentler with his huskies. In winter, he competes in sled races all over the world. In summer, he trains on wheels.
The dogs are my best pals. I spend all day with them, and they make me a well-balanced person. Today I lead a stress-free life. I get up early and I do what I enjoy.
Martin is a musher. That's someone who drives a team of sled dogs. And there's only one breed Martin would consider pulling his sled: the Siberian Husky.
You can't really call huskies dogs. In their behavior, they're very closely related to the wolf. They love to run and work. They're not exactly domestic or family animals.
The first dog sleds were used by nomads in Siberia and by the Inuit in North America. Settlers discovered dog sleds during the days of the Great Gold Rush in Alaska. Breeding huskies calls for perseverance and leadership qualities.
Our 24 dogs live together in a pack, where there's a strict hierarchy in a pack, very much like in a wolf pack in the wild. I'm not the alpha animal, I'm the dog's coach. When I work with dogs, it's important for them to trust me. But when they're in the pen, living as a pack, I rarely interfere. I let them live their lives as naturally as possible. Man can't intervene just as he likes. After all, humans don't think like dogs. Human thought is far too complex. Canine thought is simple and logical.
For many years, Martin managed a chain of stores selling animal food, but he wasn't happy in his work. Today, he gives dog sled seminars and organizes husky camps for school classes.
Unlike a horse-drawn carriage, a dog sled doesn't have reins. The musher steers solely with his voice. The lead dogs can turn to the left or to the right, or they can halt. Those are the commands they have to master. Unfortunately, only the cleverest dogs can learn them. Relatively few manage it well. We have only 7 lead dogs. Behind the lead dogs, I have those young dogs I feel might step up to the mark one day. Right at the back, I put those dogs which simply don't want to think, but just run.
In the summer months, Martin Eigentler can only exercise his huskies in the early morning. Used to snow and ice, at high temperatures they quickly reach their limits. their pulse rate soaring to 300 beats a minute.
They're forever picking up scents, and that's their big motivation, to comb their territory and see what's new in it. And that can take hours. They can run for hours and are still highly motivated because they always want to know what's new out there.
Even now, it's almost too warm for the huskies. At a temperature of just 15 degrees, Martin has to curtail the training session to prevent the dogs from dehydrating.
I reward our dogs with affection, never with food, only with kindness and encouragement. One advantage is that the dogs don't beg. And if I couldn't reward a dog because I'd forgotten my titbits, it would quite naturally be sore at me. Well, I can always give a dog some stroking at any time, and that's just as important to a dog as food.
The dogs are only fed once a day.
Our dogs are fed on beef, about 30 kilos of it a day. In fact, it's a mixture of meat, innards, gristle, fat and tissue. I have the food mixed at the abattoir to ensure the dogs have a healthy diet and to resemble what their prey would look like in nature. Basically, in the long run, the contents of ready-made dog food destroy the body. In the wild, the dogs would never eat wheat, maize, rice or soya. And they thank us for respecting this by being healthy. Our dogs are really fit. They've got a lovely coat and excellent teeth. We rarely have to call the vet. That's why we only feed our dogs fresh meat.
Martin has already been European champion with his dogs. His big goal is to become world champion.
When I work with the dogs, I feel that I'm part of them, part of nature, and that means so much to me. I don't think I could live without my dogs. I've been with them every day for the last 12 years.